Hey guys, this is Corey from Redefining Strength. Welcome to the Fitness Hacks Podcast. This is the show where I share all my free workout and nutrition tips. I'm not going to ever fill this episode with sponsorships or ask you to buy anything. All I ask in return is if you're enjoying the podcast to leave a review or leave a 5-star rating. Or even better, share it with someone you think it might help. This will only take a few minutes and would mean the world to me and possibly change the life of someone you know. So let's jump right in. I'm going to tell you the secret to creating lasting habits, the secret to creating discipline. And it's not a magic macro ratio. It's not a magic trick or a workout or willpower even that I'm going to tell you need to have. It's actually one single thought. And the thought is just do 1 minute. So when we hear just do 1 minute of something, we think, what can I accomplish in 1 minute? It goes to even saying just read one page, just cut up one food, just do one exercise. But all of these things lead to us doing a whole heck of a lot more. But they get us over what's often the hardest part to truly creating new habits, new routines, success, which is getting started. So often it's easy to let ourselves off the hook, to not even do anything. And the more you do, the more you do. When we don't do anything, we tend to do more of nothing. When we do things, we tend to want to add on other habits because we start to feel successful with those habits. So the thought, just do 1 minute, even if you set that timer for legitimately 1 minute and do something for it, that is going to make progress. And a lot of times when we do that 1 minute, we end up doing a lot more than that 1 minute. I can't tell you how many times I said, okay, just do 1 minute of the workout. If you really want to stop after that, you can stop. Generally, I would say there's probably only a handful of times where I've actually stopped after that 1 minute because I just didn't have the time or mentally there was something else going on. And even then, when I stopped at that 1 minute, I generally didn't skip the workouts the rest of the week versus when I've not done something, it's really easy to let one day become 2, 3, 4. But I did that 1 minute. I was like, I pushed as much as I had right today. And that alone made me feel good. It made me feel successful, made me want to do more. I stuck with my macros still that day. I did all the other habits that I need to do. I mean, I hate folding laundry. And if I tell myself, just fold laundry for 1 minute, once you have the pile out there and you're starting to do it, you do a lot more. Same thing goes for workouts. Same thing goes for meal prep. So same thing goes for all these different things. Once we get over that hurdle of getting started, we often do exactly what we wanted ourselves to do. But we need to lower that barrier to entry and even give ourselves permission of like, hey, if really this is all you have for today, you did something. And that success does allow us to build a lot more easily and often keeps us in other habits a lot more easily than if we did nothing, because our motivation, our momentum can shift that quickly. So if you have that thought, just do 1 minute, think about how that workout feels even. When you've pushed through that workout that you told yourself you only have to do 1 minute and you end up doing the entire thing, a lot of times you feel even freaking better about that than you did about the workout that you did because you felt good and you wanted to do it that day. You feel better about that and you feel more successful. And that's where we see confidence and strength really built. And that's where you tend to want to do a lot more. You dial in those habits a lot more intensely. You start to see that discipline happen because you start to remember how good you even felt pushing through that hard and pushing yourself just a little outside your comfort zone. But that one thought too can get you to do so many different things. And that's where discipline's really built. It's not that you want to do things all the time. You don't. It's not that we always have motivation. It's not that we don't let certain habits slide. But often we let a lot less slide and we see that habit stack happen where we're doing a lot more of those basics and they become a lot more ingrained because we have that thought of just do 1 minute. We have to recognize where the hurdle is. It's not often that we don't have enough time. It's not often that we can't. It's simply that it's really hard to bust out of where our momentum is going and do something, get started. So if you want the secret, have that thought anytime you don't want to do something, just do 1 minute, just do one thing. The easiest thing that almost feels ridiculously silly, simple to do, like it's not going to add up to anything, but over time would A, snowball, but B, will also get you a lot of times over that initial hurdle to do more. And then you're going to feel even better about it. And a lot of times that can keep the momentum going so much more forward or even help you find that motivation again. So what is your just do 1 minute thing that you're going to focus on for this next week? Thanks for listening to the Fitness Hacks Podcast. Again, this is the place where I share all my free workout and nutrition tips. I'm never going to run sponsorships or ask you to buy anything. All I ask in return is if you're enjoying the podcast to leave a rating or review or share it with someone you think it might help. This will only take a few minutes and it would mean the world to me and possibly change the life of someone you know.